What's up? What's going on, my good people? Welcome or welcome back to Rhonda's Real Talk, where people come for the food and they stick around for the conversation. Before we get into this food, I want to ask that you like, comment, and subscribe. Today I'm having veggie fajitas. I got some chips off to the side. I made some guacamole, and I also made some salsa. So let me give y'all a close-up on the fajitas. I got red, yellow, and green bell peppers. I got red onion and mushrooms inside. And I'm going to put some guacamole on top. And some salsa too. I actually need to spread that around a little bit. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, y'all. There we go. We got the guacamole and the salsa on there. Woo! This is a low carb mission tortilla. For those of you that love guacamole. Can y'all see that? There you go. I think that's a little bit better. Yo, when I got up this morning, I was going through it, okay? I went to bed so late last night. I went to bed at like 2 this morning. And I stayed up so late, y'all, because I finished my damn taxes. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so relieved. I feel so free. I feel so free. Now that I got everything done. If y'all were on Honey's live last night, shout out to her. And follow her channel, Happy Healing Ho. She put out an amazing episode today, y'all. We was on her live last night and I was telling y'all how these taxes been working me. But I'm done now. I was going to stop doing them. I was going to stop working on everything around like 11. And then y'all, I just got in. I had that momentum. I'm like, I want this to be over. So I just kept on going till I finished. Happy spring, y'all. It's the first day of spring. I got my countdown going. My mom is going to be here very soon. She is coming on April 9th. April 9th. That's going to be here very fast. She's going to be in town for 3 weeks. And here she go. Because she was like, you know, figuring out the dates and stuff, right? So once she got the dates, got her ticket and stuff, she was like, tell the GP fam if they gonna see me this time and we gonna be doing videos and stuff together. She was like, let them know that they gonna see Auntie Niecy. So I'm just letting y'all know, just relaying that message from her. This is so good. And just simple, you know? y'all ever just sit up and just laugh at yourself like, girl, what? Y'all, I'm wild. Okay, so one of my favorite things to do is to make playlists, right? So over the weekend, I made this playlist. And one of my favorite things to do is to, play the playlist in the car, drive around, listen to it. Because it just hit different in the car, right? So anyway, I'm listening to this playlist and I'm thinking about, dang, like I should have been a producer. So I've been a DJ before. I used to rap back in the day, but I never knew how to make beats. And I'm kind of like, maybe that could be a hobby of mine. But it's like, I think I would be really good at it. I think I would make great beats, but just do it for fun, right? I'm not trying to do anything serious with it, but I think it would be fun. And it would have been beneficial had I known how to produce back in the day. I probably would have continued doing music a lot longer if I knew how to make my own beats and like engineer and stuff like that, right? But I know me. I would get so wrapped up in making beats that I wouldn't do the stuff I really need to take care of. You know what I'm saying? So I probably won't pursue it, but it sounds fun. One thing I also love to do, y'all, is listen to audiobooks. I love it. It's been my thing since 2017, right? But one thing about me is I listen to the same kind of books. So, self-improvement, personal development, memoirs, stuff like that. That's what I listen to mainly. So I decided, I was like, you know what? I need something different. So I'm a part of like a couple different Facebook groups. I'm on this book club group, and it's like a women's book club group. And they were like talking about their favorite smut books, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get me a smut book. So I'm listening to this book right now. Nobody recommended it. I just happened to find it. It's called Soul Ties. And y'all, it's this doula. She got herself in a situation, baby. She really does. Oh, yeah. I've been like revisiting the things that I enjoy doing and just trying to do things a little different with the things that I enjoy. Mixing it up a little bit. I'm about to get into a topic in just a second. It's about friendship, adult friendship specifically. Who knew that things would change so much the older we get? I had no idea. This is not about me. It's something that somebody wrote in about their situation, but I can relate though. And I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate too. So stick around for that. I'm gonna get into that in just a minute. I'm gonna paraphrase her situation and then give my my opinion and perspective on it. Before I get into this topic, if you have a topic, a situation, or a question you'd like me to ask here on the channel, hit me up at rhondasrealtalk@gmail.com or send me a DM on Instagram at rhondasrealtalk. I want to give a shout out to Talia for sending in today's topic. All right, so Talia has been dealing with a lot of change and a lot of loss in her friend circle. So her friend circle was made up of people that she went to high school with, people that she met in college. So that's the dynamic. And she was just saying over the last like 2 years, really, there's nobody around. Like her best friend is gone. Her closest friends are gone. She was betrayed directly. She has seen how her friends move and betrayed other people, while she was standing there and things were happening. And she was just like, she had to cut them off because it would only be a matter of time before they would, cross her or betray her. People gossiping, being messy, money situations, all kind of stuff has gone down. So she was like, I really don't have any friends, like legit. Like, I have people that I'm cool with at work, but we're not friends. But that's like the extent of it, and outside of the people that she kind of interacts with a little bit on, at work, of course, she has social media. But again, she wouldn't classify anybody as a friend. And all she really does is talk to her parents. And so her question to me was, have I experienced, fallouts with my friends? And then the second thing is that she's at a point where she just wants to give up. She feels like that she feels so guarded that she can't make herself she doesn't want to be open to new friends. That's what I'm saying. And she's just like, how do I get past that? Or like, is this going to be it? Is this going to be it? And girl, do I understand? Yes, I've been through this, especially over the last 3 or 4 years for me. You said the last 2 years have been tough for you. I would say the last 3 or 4 years have been a lot for me, where things have changed, and one of the biggest issues I've experienced it's been an issue of like the values. I don't think that me and my friends have to have the same values and beliefs. However, when people disrespect and cross and violate your values intentionally, with no regard, I feel like that becomes an issue, and that's cause for reason to cut you off and change the dynamic of that friendship. So that's been my experience, not my only experience, but values have come up. And a lot of some situations have just been, we've outgrown each other. We just don't have anything in common anymore. It's not that I don't like them or they don't like me. It's just like that we're just two different people from two different worlds. It's like we never knew each other. So we couldn't really find any common ground. And it was just best for us to wish each other well and kind of just go off and be who you're going to become. And I'm grateful for the time that we had together, type of thing. That's been my experience. And some things have been messy too. I can admit that some things have been messy, but not all of them have been. So that's to answer your first question. Yes, have I experienced that? You're at a place now where you don't want to have friends. You feel guarded, and that's completely 100% valid. I would highly suggest, making sure that you're managing and dealing with those feelings and emotions in some way, shape, or form. For me, I definitely have talked about, the losses and the grief that I've experienced with my friendships changing. I've definitely had to talk about that in therapy quite a bit. That's worked for me. Your feelings are 100% valid. And so be okay with that. Sit with your feelings and be okay with that. But also on the flip side of it is that our feelings are not facts, meaning that our feelings are not the absolute truth. You've had some fallouts with people, you've been betrayed, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody that you meet is going to be like that. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is I don't want you to close yourself off to people, because we need people. We need friendships and we need these relationships in order it helps with our sense of purpose and belonging, being able to support other people and to be supported. We need that in our life. And you can't just limit that to your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many things that you're not going to want to share with your parents. You need your friends and different type of outlets in order to have that. So what I would suggest is that, like I said, deal with how you feel. It's 100% valid. However you feel, whatever you perceived, whatever you experienced, all of that, like that's 100% valid. But I think it's about maybe just trying a different approach, because you were saying your friend circle really consisted of high school and college friends. So, and if I'm not mistaken, you're like in your mid 30s. So you've met people, I'm sure, along the way that you may have worked with or just out and about or through other friends. But it doesn't sound like that you've really made any effort to like meet with anybody new outside of your high school and college friends. So it may feel very different and very scary trying to build friends at this stage of life. I can relate 100%. But maybe it's time to diversify your friends. You met people where school is what you had in common. So now it's time to put yourself in different settings and being open to meeting people in those different settings. I'll give you an example, like maybe joining like a social club or organization. So for me, one of the biggest components of me meeting people out here in Columbus, because like all I knew was my honey. That's it. I didn't know anybody else besides her out here. But of course, I want to have my own outlets and my own social life. So I joined Zora's House, which is a co-working space for women of color. So I've met a ton of amazing people there. Like, for example, just last night, one of the people that I met, I just made plans to go on a double date with her and her partner, and just to deepen our connection, getting to know them even more. So be open to meeting people in different places, like maybe even joining online groups, Like I've joined a couple of Facebook groups to casually meet people. So maybe casual friendship may be something you want to focus on right now, because everybody don't have to be your best friend. Everybody does not have to be your best friend. You don't even have to be super close to everybody, but you can still have a friendship. So maybe, being in these different groups and stuff may offer you something like that, where you can go to different events or, different places or whatever, where there's a group of people and maybe there's somebody or different people you may have a chance to connect with, and you can kind of take it from there. So I think it's about maybe diversifying how you've met people, being open to different things. And also You said that like I said, your friend group was from college and high school. Do you have friendships with your family members, any cousins or even siblings? I don't think I asked it. I don't know if you have siblings or not, but I also recognize that people aren't always friends with their siblings, but maybe there's some family members that, you know, you guys have a great relationship, but not necessarily a friendship. So maybe it's making an effort to tap into people that you're related to, that you guys might potentially have a great friendship if you gave it a try. Because that's something I didn't even really recognize myself. Like I wasn't making a whole bunch of effort as I got older to be friends with my cousins. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've made those different efforts over the years, but like in my early 20s, I was just wrapped up in my friends. I would see my cousins when I saw them. And then I realized that I had a responsibility. If I wanted to be friends with my cousins or other family members, I had to make additional efforts to like call them, text them, go to their house, invite them out, invite them to dinner and stuff like that. So that may be something that you want to pursue as well, is trying to, you know, build friendships within your family as well. But there's so many different approaches that you can take. And I just hope that you don't close yourself off and just be jaded and bitter. Because also, I think something that can happen very easily is that you start to isolate. You close yourself off to everything. Like everything is just you. I'm all about solitude and quiet time and being alone, but not for the rest of my life. No, we need people. We need that connection. We have to have those relationships. Like we just need it. We really do. It's a huge part of our human need and our makeup. I just really want to say that I feel for you. I really, really do. I do, you know, because like friendship loss, like it really takes the air out of you, you know, because it's like when you're been friends with somebody 10, 15, 20 years, once you spend that kind of time and you've, you know, nurtured that type of relationship, you kind of just have this expectation that y'all are going to be cool for the rest of your life, right? And of course, life is going to throw curveballs or things are going to change, but you feel like that you've invested so much time that you'll be able to navigate that. But, you know, sometimes people just, they do things and the behavior or take things too far where it's just too much or it's hard to kind of like recover from that. And I'll say this too. I would say that my mindset has changed quite a bit. So back in like 2019, 2020, I remember my perspective used to be that it felt like a red flag for women specifically. Because I mean, my audience is mostly women. And this is who I was having the conversations with, where it felt like it was a red flag when women didn't have any friends at all. Right. And I'm like, damn, like, are you the problem? But I totally get it now because of the experiences I've had. You know, where people have done things where you're just left with no choice of having to cut people off completely, you know, and it feels so unexpected because even sometimes, like I said, it may not even be things they've done to you directly, but damn, like if this is how you're moving, yo, like you gonna do one of our other friends like that and I'm supposed to sit around and be okay with it? Like, come on, like that's a lot. You putting me in a position. So I get it now on why people may end up being by themselves or like everybody is gone. And, you know, it takes a lot to really just end a friendship and walk away like that because we have that need for human connection. Some people just, you know, kind of, you know, look to the left, look to the right, or act like certain things didn't happen because they want to continue that friendship. I need people around, but it's like, nah, like some shit is too far. Like I'll find somebody else and other people that I feel like I'm on the same page with, and you know, we kind of align in that way where you would never do this to me and I would never do this to you. You know, there's so many unspoken things in friendships. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I really do wish you the best. Don't be closed off. I think it's great that you have a healthy relationship with your parents, but don't let your parents be everything. You're going to need those you need those friendship dynamics where you can go to friends for certain things. You know what I'm saying? And have certain experiences. So just be open. Just be open to trying to meet people in different types of ways and don't bite off too much too fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid to vet the people that are going to become your friends. Don't be afraid to vet them and take it slow like you do when you're dating somebody. You know what I mean? Like seeing people in different settings. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. So be mindful of that as well. So I wish you well, and I wish you the best with everything. GP fam, meet me in the comments, you know, talk about your experiences that you've had. Because again, it seems like things have been more complicated as I've gotten older with friendships. So is that your experience as well? What kind of fallouts have you had? Have you been able to recover from certain fallouts? Anything, and give her some words of encouragement. And I will say real quick before I go, I have experienced that, being able to recover and rebuilding a friendship. That is 100% a possibility, but it depends on what happened. Again, there are some situations that are way too far. But then there are some things where it's like, you know what? If we have some conversations and we can take accountability for the things that happened and truly have a conversation where it's open and only the truth is brought to the table, then maybe that friendship can recover. That's been my experience with my friend Toya. Shout out to Toya. I love you. And I'm really glad that we were able to bounce back and recover and build a strong friendship. You know, we didn't talk for like a year and a half, 2 years, but we spun the block on each other. And I'm glad that we did. You know, that's a friendship that I really, really value. But it is possible. But again, it depends on what happens. It depends on what the issues are. So anyways, that's it. That's the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. I will meet you in the comments. Make the best of the day. Be good to yourself, y'all. Peace.